And here comes Milo. Big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out the 37.
Oh!
Burned!
Cabot, where did he come from? Here comes Zwack.
A push for the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it at Auto Club.
Contact there entering turn 1.
Around goes the 9. Oh, he comes back at the track and he gets squandered. Josiah picks it up into the air.
Affinity for Gaming 175 at Talladega Super Speedway. 70 laps, 186 miles. Race 13 out of 20. I'm your host, Bradley Cooper, live here on VSPEED on the YouTube. I'm ready to take you guys flag to flag for what's sure to be a great race. And let's get down there as we talk our race info. We'll get down on the grid and show you your starting order. All right, starting up on the pole. He's no stranger to being up front. David Shieldhouse with a 54.178 and Adam Cabot, self-competition with a 54.187. So it's going to be close. These guys right on top, 1/100th of a second apart. Going to start in the second position, or third position, second row. Ben Bafford with Bailey Turner. These guys also been going back and forth all season long. Jeff Wright in that 5th spot with Yusuf Ghali in the 6th position. Eric Lambert and Seth Hatchell will be row number 4. Then rounding out your top 10 will be Ryan Gamel and AJ Stravato. Eric Hutton's going to start in the 11th position with Jeremiah Vincent in 12th. Keith Maiano and Dennis Faircloth in 13th, 14th position. 15th will belong to Noah Mikowski. Reggie Ortega in 16th position. 17th, Joshua Banks with Justin Carey in 18th position. Then rounding out your top 20 will be Mark McFadden and Lyle Salfridge. Alec Martinez, VSPEED's co-commentator on Tuesday nights, is going to be out there on the field tonight in the 21st position with Casey Lakatos in 22nd. These guys did not post a time. Chris Simard, Ronnie Osmer in 24th, 23rd. Dallas Sullivan, Alan Dice, 25th and 26th. 27th, Jordan Brockel, Robert Gilmore. And that'll round out your field here tonight. If you guys are as excited as I am to bring you flag-to-flag coverage here on VSPEED or the BTDY season start to their chase. Pace car is going to roll off. 1 pace lap around Talladega, and it is an eternity. 2.66 miles around this for 1 lap. We're going to do that 70 times here tonight. RB Hot Sauce Chevrolet starting down on the inside. Looking to capitalize on this pole. These guys are probably going to be pretty quiet for the start of this thing. Get the laps counted down. And if you remember last night for VSRL, they were getting about 25 laps. I'm not certain on the fuel run here, but the laps are about the same. So 2 pit stop race. Possibly 3. We're about to find out as I come off of turn 3 into the exit. 8 cars about to square off in the first race of the chase. Pace car pulls off. That long pit road still having to go through the tri-oval here for these cars. Green flag is up in the air. And here we are live, BTDY, Tuesday Night Racing Series at Talladega. And coming across the line to lead lap number 1, it's going to be Adam Cabot over Bailey Turner. They get a big push on the outside. They're able to clear David Shieldhouse and take the lead. The 17 up front now. 1 lap into this race, already a lot of movement up front. Cabot looking like he's in control of both lines. There's Yusuf Ghali on the outside. Now getting a push from Seth Hatchell. Outside is quick, but it only lasts for so long, and eventually you have to cycle through. If you can get that guy pushed up front, he'll drop down to the bottom, and then the next pusher, and he'll cycle through this a few different times. But you'll probably see this race stay too wide for most of it until they get down to crunch time. 15 to go, maybe 10 to go. You'll see guys start to move out to that outer line and start to play around with the runs. You see the 23 back there. That's Ben Baffert. He got a little loose. He tagged the apron. I wanted to take you guys through the points before we started this event, but I got a little late there on getting that overlay. So here's your current point standings. Jeff Wright leading this thing. Eric Hutton, Bailey Turner, Keith Mayato, and David Shieldhouse, your top 5 in the points. And it's 1.5 times on points this week. The last 2 races will be double points, so everything you do out here on the track is multiplied this week. Yusuf Ghali trying to snag away the lead from Adam Cabot. Just about got it there. We got the second tandem of cars that's broke away. It's kind of fallen back, and you'll see that from time to time. There's Noah Mikowski. We're taking it 3 wide already. He's got the 12. Justin Carey there in front of him. Mikowski started back in the 15th position. These guys are making a run for it. They're making some good work of it down the back straightaway here now. Work their way all the way up into the top 10. Justin Carey's on board as he works up into the top 5. Great pushing here from the 10 of Mikowski to get that 12 car, but now he abandoned and found a hole, and the 12 left out to dry. Mikowski gets up into the top 5 almost, but leaves the 12 out there, and now Vincent's going to go up there and try to help him, but he gets shuffled out. Now the 8 of Hatchell making a move for 3 wide for the lead. Hatchell's going to get a glimpse of it, but Mikowski didn't get to that bumper in time, and I think Cabot and Yusuf Ghali are going to push ahead. 3 wide already at the front. The 80, Faircloth, now trying his luck in this 3 wide battle. Oh boy, hold on to her, Hatchell. Got very tight there into the tri-oval. These guys just couldn't get a run going. Mikowski's going to take advantage of this and capitalize, try to maintain that top 10. He actually falls back to the 13th position. And that's so much for that 3 wide. That settled down really quick. I think these guys are just kind of testing the runs to see where they can go for later in this race, as we're only 6 laps in. Go ahead and let Yusuf Ghali and Adam Cabot lead this thing. I know that some of these guys are worried that there'll be an accident up here in the top 10. They don't want to get caught up in it, but you increase that likelihood running 3 wide this early. But again, Adam Cabot, Yusuf Ghali side by side as they come through the tri-oval. Going to be a close one here. I believe Ghali's going to get it. AJ Stravato gave him a good shove there before the tri-oval. Bailey Turner happened to slide back a little bit. Your pole sitter, Davis Shieldhouse, has fallen back to the 6th position, now riding in 3rd in line there on that inside. RB Hot Sauce Chevrolet trying to find a gap here, but 200-mile-an-hour traffic jam. It's hard to make passes. It's hard to get to the outside once you're trapped down there. Well, the 80 of Faircloth and the 9 of Jeremiah Vincent looked like they were going to make a run at it, but just not able to connect to the bumper. There's Lyle Salfordge there in the middle line. These guys just riding around. Eric Hutton in the 11th position, looking pretty stout. These last few weeks, he's been Mr. Top 5 all season long. Let's see if he can get up here at crunch time and get a win to help him out in the points series. Because now with everything multiplied, how are you going to work this in your favor? You're going to have the guys leading these points have an off night here tonight at Talladega. Talking about guys like Jeff Wright, Bailey Turner, AJ Stravato. It's going to be tough to overcome these guys if they stay up here in this top 5 all race long. There's Stravato pushing the back of the 54 of Yusuf Ghali. That outside line has been holding even for the most part. 2 laps led there for Ghali. All right, so we hit the wrong button here. We're doing great though. We're doing great. Clean and green for 9 out of 70. Coming up on lap number 10. Outside that 3rd row just can't get going. You see the 80 of Faircloth out there all by himself. Just can't get anything started. No takers there to take the outside. They run side by side into 1 and 2. There's the 12. Justin Carey, he gets up out of line. Now the 80 of Faircloth has a partner. Maybe they can make a run for this. No cars are really falling off of this pack. Go back to the tail end of this field. The 40 of Robert Gilmore running side by side with Dallas Sullivan. This pack is about 2 seconds within each other. Carey and Faircloth just not able to get it going. You remember that run that Mikowski and Carey had a moment ago? Now Mikowski's going to move up and join this group. across the tri-oval. It looks like maybe a little bit of run starting to build up on that third line. Adam Cabot, Yusuf Ghali go back and forth leading laps. Ghali's gotten pretty comfortable, and Stravato's done a great job letting him lead a few, getting him pushed right up there. 24 of Turner just not able to get that tri-oval push like Stravato has gotten on Ghali. So look at them creeping up here. The 12, the 80, the 10. They're working their way up this outside line slowly but surely. Almost some door contact there between the 23 of Ben Baffert, the 24 of Bailey Turner. This third line starting to develop, just can't edge him out of the exit of 4. They're staying about even there with Jeff Wright in the 7th spot. Justin Carey knows he wants to lead a lap. There's some bonus points involved there. And Legowski doing a great job. We'll go on board with the 10 machine. They've worked their way up now to the top 5. Justin Carey back up there in 4th position. Holding their own now on the outside. Really starting to develop, coming in with the speed. That momentum starting to work. It's shifting. Up on the bumper here. Down the back straightaway. Justin Carey gets a glimpse of the lead again. Can he clear the 54 of Yusuf Ghali and come down? Not this time. Maybe through the tri-oval. Yusuf Ghali going to lead another one across the line. Adam Cabot, Bailey Turner, AJ Stravato, and then inside Justin Carey, Dennis Faircloth. And what a push there from the 24 into the 17 of Cabot. They get a big, big shove there. That outside really started to develop. You had the 55. Ronnie Osmer start to come up there, and it's like a parachute hit these guys. They're not able to get up there. Not able to clear it. If I had to guess, the 80 probably started to overheat. Couldn't get those great pushes like he was getting to get the 12 of Carey up there. And once they were in the lead, that's about all she wrote. 80 has to back off. The outside falls apart. Sure, we'll see it again here momentarily, as these guys have had some pretty good runs and they've kept it clean and green. People really want to go up there and take that lead away from Adam Cabot and Yusuf Ghali. There's your points leader, Jeff Wright, sitting in the 7th position. Started in the top 5. Just riding around here behind Ben Baffert. We can check in here with our VSPEED, probably in-race reporter, I would say, at this point. On the 18 car. Alec Martinez running back in the 27th position currently. But saving that machine. It's a lot of work to overcome here. 2.5 seconds. Haven't lost the draft. All right, well, we're 18 laps in, fast approaching those green flag pit stops if these guys can keep it clean and green. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and I'm going to get the chat pulled up and get everything working correctly. We'll be right back after this.
Sailor Tarot Magic is the spot to get a reading from Sally, an intuitive healer and tarot reader, known as the Nurturing Reader at New Jersey street fairs. You can also check out our YouTube channel for lunar and astro readings, as well as our Instagram for live weekly readings. Her rates are affordable, and you will leave with a newfound perspective. Sally is now offering an introductory class on tarot cards and intuition, and is available for parties. Call or text 732-314-0777 to schedule your reading today.
We're back live, Affinity for Gaming 175, and while we were on commercial break, there was a big shuffle for the lead. We'll take a look back at that really quickly here. Right here, big push. As we came back live, a big shuffle. Stravado gets in front. Yusuf Ghali drops down to the inside line, and then Stravado gets a big push from Baffert, and then they go down to the bottom. Now, as it currently runs, still a bunch of pushing going on here. You got Stravado, Jeff Wright, Ben Baffert. Reggie Ortega has worked his way up into the 4th position. That shuffles Shieldhouse, the pole sitter, and a few of these other guys back outside the top 10. Jeff Wright gonna lead a lap, probably getting a great push here from Ortega. Remember, those are teammates. Stravato now getting a big push from back, so they're back and forth all the way through here. Jeff Wright leads that time by over 0.03 of a second on AJ Stravato. Dennis Faircloth able to find a slot there after running 3 wide. There was a lot of shuffling up here in the top 10 for a moment. I would say these guys are fast approaching pit stops. You see the 80 of Faircloth going up there to the outside now. He's got big help here from the 18 of Martinez. Martinez making a big run. He was back in the 20th position a moment ago. Martinez drops down in that second line. Faircloth loses some ground. Now the 10 and the 55 go to the outside. They're going to try their luck. This is really going to hurt Jeff Wright. The 18 makes a wise decision, gets down in front of the 20. He sees what's about to happen. These guys are not going to be able to get organized in time. Now there's the 19 of Eric Lambert going up to the top 10. Lots of shuffling around for position here. And here come green flag pit stops. Looks like the 33, the 17, 54, 23, 24, and the 88 come down pit road. Everybody hits their box. These guys should come back out together. No, Mikowski leading him back around. He's got the 55 of Ronnie Osmer. Looks like the 18 of Martinez dropping it down pit road. He's got a taker with him. Looks like the 35. Joshua Banks, the only 2 cars to hit pit road this time. Mikowski's still leading him around. We're hearing some call-outs on pit road. Bringing them in this time by. Well, I was trying to get to the correct cars. I know the 12 of Justin Carey was looking like he was coming down pit road, but it was actually somebody else. I believe that was Ronnie Osmer. And Michael Mikowski, or Noah Mikowski, sorry. So only 2 takers on pit road that time by. Jeff Wright back up front. Justin Carey has been so close to this lead several times. Is he going to bring it down pit road this time? Fort Bovine, I see you in the chat. Go Happy Go. And yes, you read that correctly. Gilmore was up in the top 20. He's now in 10th position. this tandem of cars is really pushing the fuel compared to the rest of the field. We're talking about a 4-lap difference here. Jeff Wright's got to be getting close in this window because he's been up front now for about 7 laps. 5 laps exactly. He's had that air bouncing off the front end. That's going to make the wind resistance a lot higher. It's burn a lot more fuel. Interested to see how far the 48 and the 2 will push it. They'll definitely come down pit road together. And a little shuffle, and now Eric Lambert's going to get a lap lead. The 40 of Gilmore now in second position. Faircloth on the outside. The 19 of Lambert gets that one that time by. Now the 80 of Faircloth starting to get that outside line going. Harry with a big push on Faircloth as they go into 3. Now Faircloth in the lead. This front end is getting very spread out. These guys have to be thinking about pit stops soon. Out of the outside, Jordan Brockle. He's getting a run with the 9 of Jeremiah Vincent. He's probably going to prevail. The 80 of Faircloth got pushed out there a little too far through 1 and 2. Big run here for the 84. He's going to get left out to dry. They pull a draft from this lap car. And Jeremiah Vincent might, just maybe, lead this lap. He's got Lyle Salfridge pushing him behind. Brockle just not getting any help from the 80 of Faircloth. They're clear and they come down. To check back in, Jeff Wright shuffles all the way back to the 9th position. This pretty single file all the way around. I haven't heard any really call-outs for pit road here yet. Here they come. I think you got the 9 of Vincent, the 70 of Salfridge, Dennis Faircloth, Airy, Brockle, Gilmore, McFadden, Lambert in there as well. Everybody hits their stalls pretty well. Dennis Faircloth has to back it up a little bit. He's going to lose some time. Not too much, though. He does get shuffled back a couple of spots. But here's the lead pack now. Jeff Wright, Davis Shieldhouse with a little bit of rear end damage in that center. Now they're coming down to pit road. Nicely done by everybody, keeping it clean and green. 34 laps into this race. And Shieldhouse gets a good jump on pit road here. One dice down and away. Dallas Sullivan, Casey Lakatos, Reggie Ortega, Mayato, like Gamel, Hatchell, Wright, and wow, rocket ship out of the pit box there for the 20. He beat everybody off pit road by almost a second and a half. This was the first group to hit pit road. They're pushing around this place now. Trying to come back around. A lot of time lost here. We're talking about 12 seconds between Alan Dice and David Shieldhouse. He gets shuffled right out of position. He's losing a ton of time. This group caught him. This front tandem of cars. Alec Martinez in 8th position, trying to catch that draft and catch up to these boys, all the way up to Yusuf Ghali. They have a 14-second gap over Seth Hatchell. So they were cooking. They came back out on the track, got in line, and rode time down. That is a massive gap here at Talladega. Adam Cabot on the back bumper of Yusuf Ghali right now. Right up on the bumper here for Cabot. AJ Stravado, Bailey Turner, Ben Bafford, your top 5. Shout out to everybody in chat that's been watching this race. I hope you're enjoying tonight's action. This is a big gap though for Talladega, 15.3 seconds, and it continues to grow. This 8-car tandem is pulling away, led by Yusuf Ghali and Adam Cabot pushing AJ Stravado right up on the bumper. These guys making a lot of time. They're making a gap bigger and bigger every lap. We're almost at 16 seconds plus. And this is all the way back to Seth Hatchell as they come down the backstretch. Single filed out. Just not able to catch up at all. With their single file, though, it did shave down a little bit. They took back about 0.2 of a second there. These guys shuffling around a lot. They need to stay in line, stay right up on each other's bumpers, and hold it still and hold it steady. A lot of weaving around for these boys. Ice is going to have to get right up on the bumper of the 6. They want any shot at catching these guys. To get right up on there on the back bumper, lean on Ryan Gamel down the back stretch. And Gamel's going to have to push. We're talking about 15.8 seconds from Alec Martinez to Seth Hatchell. 16.5 overall, and that continues to grow. Look how tight this 3rd car is in this group. That's the 33 of Stravado, right up on the bumper of Adam Cabot. And that's the difference maker right there. Cabot is glued to the back of the 54. Take a shot back and look at this. Oh, Hatchell's going to move up out of the line. He's got a little front end damage as well, so that might have been affecting his speed. My Auto is going to let the 8 get back in line. Little teamwork making the dream work, but that's just such a gap to overcome here. And down pit road for the second time. We find the proper cameras here. There's the 18 of Martinez. Abbott down and away, Stravado. This will put Gimmel back in the lead. So they knew it was going to be a 2-stop race. These guys short pitted. Now they should be good to go to the end of it. There's another tandem of cars. You got the 55, the 10, and the 22. That's McFadden, Mikowski, and Osmer. They're running a 3-car tandem about 7 seconds off of the leaders. This is back here in the 18th to 20th position. Remember, Mikowski was one of those few that was going up to that 3rd lane at the start of this thing, but now finds himself pitting alone, loses a ton of time. Ryan Gamel, Alan Dice, Jeremiah Vincent, Seth Patchell, and Keith Maiato, your top 5. I love this drone cam. I love this shot. All single filed out. You know these guys are going to have to pit again. Hopefully they can get on and off pit road. They were losing time before. And that second group of cars that was doing so well, they're back here, singled out again with the 23 of Baffert leading them right now. This is the 21st position, but this tandem of cars has not broken apart. They've stayed single file this whole time. Last week's winner, Bailey Turner, started in 4th. If you see this current position, don't worry. Cycling through. It's going to be a big one. I don't know. It's based off of how this tandem of 8 cars has been running. Adam Cabot pushing anyone. It seems like they're making up time every lap. Yusuf Ghali. Just a fast group of cars going around this place right now. Alec Martinez. Barry Cutton. They're here for the shake-up. We've got 3 different tandems of cars. Here's the 6 of Gimmel leading this thing right now. This goes all the way back to the 77 of Chris Simard. Dennis Faircloth in that mix as well. Trying to find your points leader, Jeff Wright. He's in the 10th position behind David Shieldhouse right now. Fieldhouse might have got that damage from a checkup or maybe at the restart, but he does have a little bit of rear end damage. It shouldn't hurt that machine too awful bad. Probably a 20-second optional repair stuck on the back of that thing, and he's not going to get it fixed unless we have a caution. Ryan Gamel Your leader. We come up on lap 47. It's been a good one so far. Hope you guys are enjoying this thing. Affinity for Gaming 175. Coming up on the closing laps. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Bring you uninterrupted flag-to-flag coverage here on VSPEED. We'll be back right after this.
Sailor Tarot Magic is the spot to get a reading from Sally, an intuitive healer and tarot reader, known as the Nurturing Reader at New Jersey Street Fairs. You can also check out our YouTube channel for lunar and astro readings, as well as our Instagram for live weekly readings. Her rates are affordable, and you will leave with a newfound perspective. Sally is now offering an introductory class on tarot cards and intuition, and is available for parties. Call or text 732-314-0777 to schedule your reading today.
We're back. Excuse me. Live Affinity for Gaming 175. Ryan Gamel, your leader right now. And I just noticed something. That second tandem of cars back here with Bailey Turner, Yusuf Ghali, Adam Cabot. They're shaving this lead away. They've got it down to 12.5 seconds. Before we took that commercial break, it was 15.5. So that's clocking about a second a lap. It's incredible how fast these guys are right now. 23, Ben Bafford leading this pack right now. You watch this gap shrink on the ticker on your left side. Watch those hundredths of a second dwindle away into the corners. Next time their numbers come up, we're going to be looking at probably around 12 seconds flat. Remember, this front pack has to pit again. Ronnie Gamel has led 11 laps here with Alan Dice pushing him. Dice has been Mr. Top 10 this season. Had an excellent string of top 10s, especially at the 1.5 mile tracks. And he's sitting pretty well in the points, as we can bring those back up there on the screen for you quickly. See Alan Dice there in the 12th position in points. He knows that this is a week he has to capitalize. So as we work through the closing laps of this race, some of these guys might be committed to a caution. Go back here to this second tandem of cars that's been running. Here's another group that's kind of fallen off. Ronnie Osmer and those guys have caught up to him as well. Noah Mikowski, they're in this group now. Though a 3-car tandem was able to catch up to this massive group of cars, they should be worried about pit stops here. I think everybody's going to be fighting in this group for the 9th position when this is all said and done. But we'll take you through your top 10 here. Ryan Gamel, he's led 13 laps here tonight. Coming up on 14 now. Alan Dice in that second position. You've seen him doing really well this season. Running second. I think he's going to be in a good spot. But I'm fearing for this second group of cars that they shave down now to 11.5 seconds with Ben Baffert. Jeremiah Vincent in the 3rd spot right now. Jegs Chevrolet looking really good. Seth Hatchell in the 8 machine. He's no stranger to victory lane in 4th. And then Keith Mayato in the 5th position. So that's your current top 5. Lyle Salfridge. He's had a quiet season and he had a quiet race. Started back in 20th. Now sitting in the 6th spot. Looking pretty good. Casey Lakatos in the 50. Massive improvements over the season from the start to now. In the 7th position. Looking to bring home a top 10. Justin Carey, one of the guys that was running that outside line. The 12 having a good night here tonight. Outlaw Desert Racing on that machine. Can they make a comeback? Maybe some of these guys praying for a caution. And then here we have the fan favorite, David Shieldhouse, with a little bit of rear end damage in that Heartbeat Hostile Chevrolet Camaro. But nonetheless, still in the top 10. And then rounding out your top 10, we have Jeff Wright, your points leader. And he's started in 5th. Ortega not able to give him any pushes right now. And I think it's going to have to be a chain of command thing. Somebody's going to have to make a call because this second group of cars is caught up to these guys. And now Mikowski, the 55 Dude Machine. He's making a move. Ronnie Osmer. Mark McFadden. Noah Mikowski. They decided they're going to make the move now. This really isn't hurting this tandem of cars. It's so long. Having this 3-car split out here might change how fast this first pack. Maybe they can pick up some speed if they have a different leader. I don't know exactly what's going on here between Alan Dice and Ryan Gamel, but they're just not able to pull away. And now down Yusuf Ghali, they have that speed. Ben Baffert. These guys have got it shaved down under 10 seconds. Ronnie Osmer, change for the lead. Gamel not able to get a push here from Dice in that back Inside line has fallen apart a little bit. Osmer just about cleared him. He actually is still clear as they go into one, but he's not leaving his partner, McFadden. The 9 of Vincent decided to go with him. Mikowski drops back in line. He's a little bit back now. And not quite clear for the 22. There's McFadden, gonna lead a lap with a big shove from the 9 of Vincent. He clears him going into one. Osmer got that great push by McFadden to get him up there in that front of that pack. The way this group is spreading out, I think they're thinking about green flag pit stops. There they come now. Osmer, McFadden, Mikowski, the same group that pitted before, gonna pit together again. Golly's gonna get around them. These guys are on a mission. Do they have enough fuel to make it to the end, though? That's the question. 10 laps left. Mitchell gets shuffled out of line. He falls back to the 13th position. He's going to get behind Chris Simard. Yusuf Ghali, Adam Cabot, these guys 8.5 seconds back from Seth Hatchell. It's about to get really interesting if these guys can make it on fuel. Right up on the bumper here for Adam Cabot now. Thomas Baker. I'm not even going to say that out loud. I'm not even going to say it out loud. I don't even want to jinx these guys. Eight laps to go. Jeremiah Vincent leading the race. Ryan Gamel pushing him. Alan Dice, Lyle Salfridge, Casey Lakatos, your top five. Nobody making any big moves right now. Second line hasn't developed. See that gap shrinking a little more each lap. Joshua Banks is at the tail end of that that pack. They've all but caught up to him here. .8 seconds to the leader here. As it dwindles down, is it going to be enough time to catch up to the draft here? 6.7 as they go down the backstretch. Great pushing here by Adam Cabot. Glued to the bumper of Yusuf Ghali. 6.4 as they go into 3 and 4. 6.2 as they cross the line. Golly, Cabot, Turner, Stravato, they're on a mission to catch that lead pack. Does the lead pack have enough fuel to make it to the end? And Alan Dice bringing it down pit road. These guys are not going to make it. That is unfortunate for Dice. Dallas Sullivan also on pit road. These guys had to make a call that they weren't going to make it on fuel. So as I predicted, I think that these guys are going to have to cut it short. Be 2 or 3 laps shy. We'll see if they're saving. Does anybody in this group of cars have enough fuel? Jeremiah Vincent's getting that wind resistance now. Watching those lap counters tick down. 66 laps into this race. 4 to go. This tandem of cars has dwindled down to about 10 cars, 11 cars. And we're talking about 3.2 seconds now separating this front pack. Golly has the draft now. Cars coming down pit road. Vincent, Kamel. Big move to the outside. Yusuf Ghali, Bailey Turner, Adam Cabot. The 20 of Shieldhouse goes all the way up, tries to block the run. Jeff Wright tries to block it as well. Not going to be enough. The 54 to the point now. Yusuf Ghali takes away the lead. That train just mowed on by. Four laps left. The 18 of Martinez peeks to the outside. Is he going to try to make a move? He might wait till 2 to go. He gets back in line behind Ben Bafford. Yusuf Ghali leading this thing. The 20 of Shieldhouse, the 48 of Wright, outside of the top 10 now. Ortega gets glued to the bumper of the 48. Can they make a run work? It's single file all the way back. Looks like the 12 of Carey has to bring it down pit road. Some of these guys are going to be short up here in this top 15. They might be trying to save enough to make it to the end. But Adam Cabot, Yusuf Ghali definitely going to be able to make it to the very end of this race. Does anyone make a run here towards the end? Closing laps, 2 to go. Yusuf Ghali, Adam Cabot glued to each other's bumper as they have been for the past 45 laps to catch back up to this tandem of cars and take away the lead. Now a peek to the outside for the 23 of Baffert. Alec Martinez up on the bumper. The 17 of Cabot makes a block, breaks the momentum. Now he goes to the outside. The 35 of Joshua Banks now pushing the 23. 3 wide here for the lead. White flag is out. A block. The 17 up the middle. Golly gets shuffled out. The 18 of Martinez pushes Cabot up to the lead. 2 more corners to go. It's got the lead, but the 24 is going to try to take it back as they exit turn 4 down to the bottom for the 24 Bailey Turner. Can he go back to back? Big shuffle here. Stravato getting leaned on. The 18 in the middle. The 33, the 35 gives him a push. 4 wide across the line, and the 24 Bailey Turner goes back to back and gets the win here at Talladega. AJ Stravato, Alec Martinez, your top 3. And what a finish there. This big push of cars was able to chase down over 15 seconds after pit stops and get the job done. And Bailey Turner wins this race out of nowhere. Comes from 4th position with a big shove down to the inside. And this race went clean and green all 70 laps here tonight. We'll take you back to that white flag, but first we need to watch Bailey Turner burn it down here on the front stretch. Bailey Turner getting it done, started 4th position tonight. He led 1 lap, and it was the most important one of the night here at Talladega. Interview with your top 3. We'll go back and look at that real quickly on this final finish. Take a look back here at this shuffle. This is coming up on the... This is 2 to go. We're going to take the white flag next time by. You can see Bailey Turner running in the 3rd position here as this starts. Then Baffert and Alec Martinez start to get a run. Cabot comes up to block this run. Breaks all that momentum. But Alec Martinez doesn't get shuffled out. He starts to push. The 24 of Turner starts to shove Yusuf Ghali. And this is white flag coming into 1 and 2. Ghali goes up to block Cabot here on the back straightaway after Martinez gives him some momentum, but he gets shuffled out. 2 wide on the block. Martinez shoves Cabot up past. Now Cabot's going to get really out of shape here in 3 and 4. And that's going to allow Martinez to squeeze in and get in between them. Martinez fakes him out to the outside a little bit, squeezes his way in there between Stravato. What a great move there by the 18 of Martinez. Bailey Turner getting it done here tonight. We've got post-race interviews with your top 3 momentarily. Let me bring those guys up here. We'll take a quick little commercial and get those guys in here.
Here comes Lionel, big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out the 37.
Oh!
Burned!
Cabot, where did he come from?
Here
comes Swack.
A push for the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it at Auto Club.
Affinity for Gaming back here live, 175 at Talladega. We're running down pit road. We found your third place finisher, Alec Martinez, down on pit road. How you doing, Alec? Great finish here tonight.
Yeah, way better than Pocono. Showed up here for the win, and unfortunately came home third. But just a hats off to all the teammates at SBR for a great strategy to be able to jump ahead of everybody. That was big. I'm glad I got to race with these guys again. And I don't know if you had it, but the old SP Designs by Redbubble Chevy Camaro was pretty dang fast today. Just missed on a few things. Maybe should have made a move a little bit earlier, but just could never really find my way back when I was in that single file pack. Tried to make a move with Ben there. He got shuffled out there and was kind of stuck behind Adam those last few laps. But overall, solid day. Kept the car in one piece, which is pretty impressive for Talladega. I know we know the history here of coming here and seeing a lot of stuff getting torn up. So got a good enough, good solid finish. The car's safe in one piece. I do wish we could have been up 2 spots better, but I hate that I wasn't in the booth with you today, but still a top there, and I'm still going to talk to you. So always good, but looking forward to getting back in the booth next week when we get to Watkins Glen.
Well, you were in that second tandem of cars with that strategy, and you guys were 15.8 seconds back after pit stops. And I was sitting there trying to do the math. You guys were shaving off 7/8 tenths a lap at one point. And it just looked like that front pack had tried to save fuel. That's the kind of the mindset that they had to start going for. They were relying on a caution. So once you knew that, did you feel like, hey, we've got a really good shot at this?
I wasn't sure with the way the fuel tank is, if we were going to have enough to do a one stop, and it seemed like we were going to be able to. At first, and then we noticed quickly that it was a 2-stopper, and I think we came in about lap 20 something to kind of get ahead of the strategy quick. And I think that's honestly what want us to, got us to third, and what honestly shuffled us all the way up to the front. Luckily, I was able to work with the Sad Boys Racing guys and being able to get up to where we were. The fuel. Once we knew and saw them saving fuel, we were pretty much going full throttle and trying to turn the fastest laps we could. And that's what kind of pretty much ran us down to the end there. And we weren't able to, like I said, we weren't able to make the moves that I wanted to, just with us being single file. But once we saw these guys running out or saving fuel, we knew we pretty much, it was going to be settled between us. So, like I said, hats off to everybody that pulled off the strategy there, and shout out to everybody that didn't wreck each other. So,
I would shout out Adam Cabot and Yusuf Ghali for leading that pack and shoving as hard as they did, because they trailed them guys down big time.
Oh, yeah. Adam, Yusuf, Ben, all being troopers and leading everybody when the time was right. So, tell you what, though, with Bailey winning and Eric getting to top 5, man, I'm looking forward to broadcasting next week, because these points are going to shift with the points multipliers. So, it's going to be interesting to see how everybody kind of shakes out. I know I'm going broadcaster on you, but yeah. But no, I'm just, like I said, really happy to bring it home third. I hope everybody enjoyed watching. Shout out to everybody that watched. So I appreciate everybody supporting. But man, I'll tell you what, Bailey's going on a run. That's 2 points paying races in a row for him. So congrats to him.
There for the 24.
Congrats to him. And man, like I said, just happy to get third. Better than Pocono. So pretty good. I love coming out here to Talladega. So, solid finishes, and just really looking forward to getting to the next opportunity 18.
All right. Well, we appreciate your time, Alec, and shout out to you going out there and performing with these guys. It's a group that you don't race with very often, and when you do, you go out there and do a good job. So thank you for making VSPEED proud, and appreciate your time in the booth, man.
Hey, thank you, buddy. I look forward to talking with you next week.
Alec Martinez, third place finisher here tonight. Second place finisher as we run down pit road a little bit further, AJ Stravato. And man, that pack of cars that you got hooked up with, it just mowed the track and pulled away. As soon as you caught that first tandem of cars, you guys left them like a freight train.
Yeah, that was, I got to give a shout out to all my teammates. That was a hell of a strategy that we ended up pulling off. We work really well together, all of us. So it just kind of made sense to pit a little bit early, get the group kind of together, and, just pull off clean, consistent laps, working together and, pushing and bump drafting. And we kind of decided with 5 to go, once we got all by them, it's like, all right, we're going to we're gonna settle it out. And I was able to push Bailey to a win. So it's pretty cool teamwork. I don't think we've been able to execute like that in quite a while. So it was a lot of fun.
Hey, Jay, how about the fact that we went clean and green 70 laps at Talladega? That doesn't happen very often, really.
Yeah, I think that just speaks for the quality of the league and a lot of really clean and quick guys in here. So it doesn't surprise me, to be quite honest with you, but it's just good to be a part of. I think we've gone between last week and the last race we did for points, and this week we haven't had a caution in 2 races. So that's pretty damn cool to be a part of.
Well, AJ, second place here tonight. I know that the points, we're going to bring those up on the screen here post race, but the points here kind of low, and it's going to take races like this where guys get shuffled back. You have Jeff Wright outside the top 5, and David Shieldhouse up there in 5th in points. He's going to finish 11th tonight. So what is it going to take here with these multipliers to get this done?
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I have a business trip in a couple weeks. I think I'm going to miss the Atlanta race. So that entire race, I was just kind of committed to helping whoever was in front of me to win the race, because I don't think I'm going to be battling for the championship. But you bet your ass I'm going to be battling for wins for here on out. I'd like to at least win a race and not finish second. But for tonight's circumstances, I think it just made sense to just work with teammates and push whoever was in front of me to the win, which just happened to be Bailey. And it's cool to see him go back to back. Bailey's a good guy and a good friend of mine. So happy for him to win it. And it definitely should help out everybody with the points, because at least on our team, because we had a hell of a strategy.
Yeah, great job on the strategy. Great job talking it out, sticking with your boys, and keeping you guys all grouped up on pit road. AJ, do you have anybody else you'd like to shout out or thank for tonight's second place performance?
Just all the league sponsors that make it happen. There's a lot to name, so I'm just going to leave them out for the time being. All the league admins that make this happen, and all my Sad Boys teammates, and Eric and Banks for putting together a hell of a strategy. I can't believe we passed the field before some of those guys even pit. Just goes to show what happens when you have a good group of teammates and great teamwork.
Well, there we go. Appreciate your time, AJ, and hope to see you next week when we go to Watkins Glen. I know you'll perform well there.
I appreciate it. It's a road course, so I'm looking forward to it.
Second place finisher, AJ Stravato. And that means we have one more guy left to interview. Your winner here tonight, Bailey Turner, getting it done, winning this thing. Back-to-back wins now for the 24 team. And you were just at the right place at the right time. Lots of teammates behind you.
Yeah, no, that was probably the best executed plate race me and a team or a group of guys have done. Really taking care of each other, working hard to just keep making lap time every single lap, and kind of executing the strategy how we wanted to. We probably yelled at each other for about 45 laps, contradicting ourselves and like, should we take tires?
Catching them? Are we catching them?
Yeah. So overall, though, great time. Even if I didn't win that race, that would have been a successful day, just because the execution the whole way through, we really worked well together. And then, even at the end of the race, we took care of each other, didn't, try to wreck each other and, do anything dumb. So overall, amazing race. I can't thank AJ enough for that push. And, honestly, everybody on our team, Adam, Ben, Yusuf, heck, even Eric and Josh for kind of tagging along and helping us gain a little, probably another extra 10th or 2 a lap. So,
and it was good to see that you waited until the very last lap to lead a lap here tonight. That is an interesting statistic. We had so many lead changes here tonight, and the 24 team was a sleeper out there, just sneaking away with the victory to go back to back this week.
Yeah, no, and like I said, can't thank those guys enough. And I didn't even think about once we pitted that first time, we didn't see the pack, until 2 or 3 to go.
Yeah.
So that wasn't even in my mind. I was like, hey, let's just get there and then battle it out that last lap. And like I said, we all did a great job up there. I bet I know Yusuf's a little disappointed in those guys, but I mean, the execution on their part was great. And yeah, that was honestly probably the most fun I've had, at least strategy wise, for a Talladega race. Maybe not the craziness that we were all hoping for, but overall just a really well executed day. And that's what you need when you're in these championship battles. You got Jeff and heck, even Eric, even on the days where he, you don't think about him too much, he comes out here and he still, digs into the points lead as well. So him and, even David, I mean, you never count David out with his average finish each week. It's pretty impressive. So we got a pretty fun group here to battle it out to the end. And hopefully, I'll get one spot better this year.
Bailey, you come out on top, back-to-back wins. You push it down right at crunch time when it's getting important to win these things. Do you have anybody you'd like to shout out for tonight's victory?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Ross Chastain. You know, he really taught me the strategy after watching the Cup race where he just stayed committed and everybody else took themselves out of the race. So thanks, Ross Chastain. Thanks, AJ, for the massive pushes there on that last lap. You know, Adam was probably about 1 inch from clearing me going into 3, and this could have been a very different story. So, like I said, thankful to the teammates and Alec, of course, having fun joining this race and helping us out. That was a lot of fun as well. So I just want to thank you guys and everybody in the broadcast that makes, puts this all together, and then also admins each and every week, the work they put in. It's always appreciated.
We appreciate your time, Bailey, and we hope to talk to you next week. We're going to turn right and intentionally turn right at Watkins Glen, and we hope to see you back up here in the broadcast booth next week.
Thank you.
All right, race winner, Bailey Turner, getting it done. I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time too. We're going to bring up those final results here for everybody to take a look at. Your winner, Bailey Turner, AJ Stravato, Alec Martinez, Joshua Banks, Eric Hutton, Ben Backford, Adam Cabot falls all the way back to 7th. He was in the front of this pack when they went into 3. Falls all the way back to the 7th position. Yusuf Ghali in 8th. Jeff Wright, Reggie Ortega in your top 10. 11th spot's going to go to David Shieldhouse, Keith Mayato in 12th, Eric Lambert, Ronnie Osmer, Mark McFadden, Jordan Brockel, Lyle Salfridge, Dallas Sullivan, Ryan Gamel, and Jeremiah Vincent will be your top 20. And then working through the rest of this field, we're actually, there we go. There's the right button. Let's move through. There's the list of names I just discussed, and then your last 8 cars. Noah Mikowski falls all the way back to 21st position after having a great performance at the start of this thing. Happy Gilmore back here in 22nd. Casey Lakatos, Alan Dice, Chris Simard, Justin Carey, and Dennis Faircloth will round out your field. Dennis Faircloth actually going down pit road there late. Ran out of fuel and going to finish 1 lap down. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's broadcast here on VSPEED. If you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thomas Baker, I believe that's Ghali in there as well, or Bovine. I know you guys are subscribed. Tell your friends, your family about this. Bring them out to the races. Next race up on VSPEED will be the Thursday night with Adam Baker, and then we'll have VSRL Truck Series on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. If you guys can join us there. And then next week at BTDY, Watkins Glen, 8:35 Eastern. We know you'll be there for that. So from everybody here at VSPEED, Adam Baker, Alec Martinez, and myself, Bradley Cooper, we thank you for your time here tonight watching this broadcast, and we hope to see you next week or next time. Until then, take care, everybody. Have a good evening.
Here comes Milo, big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out the 37.
Oh!
Gets
Cabot, where did he come from?
Here
comes Zwack.
A push for the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it Auto Club.
Sailor Tarot Magic is the spot to get a reading from Sally, an intuitive healer and tarot reader, known as the Nurturing Reader at New Jersey Street Fairs. You can also check out our YouTube channel for lunar and astro readings, as well as our Instagram for live weekly readings. Her rates are affordable, and you will leave with a newfound perspective. Sally is now offering an introductory class on tarot cards and intuition, and is available for parties. Call or text 732-314-0777 to schedule your reading today.